Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. You always find me walking around my room here. So I'm a little bit naked, but anyway, to add a little bit to my video today. I always have this little nervous laugh, right? That's a nice view outside. Let me show you this, right here. Welcome to my morning talk. No idea what I'm gonna talk about, which often is the case. So I just let myself flow, feeling free. Feeling liberated this morning. Oh, look at this. Okay, so since you're here, you can see my back tattoo. I don't know if you can see that. You can see that? Yeah, so this dragon right here is a dragon. So, and it goes on my ass. It's very difficult to film, but that is my ass, and that's the tattoo. And it goes all the way around. So, anyway, I don't know. You can't really see it, but maybe I could show you outside. I'm gonna step outside and talk to you this morning, and again show you my view. This is my view, my friends. Right, and I'm getting ready to go down there, take a little swim, and do that with you this morning, or be with you this morning. I am really in a really good mood right now, and I don't have a care in the world right now. I love when I have these feelings. I don't always have those feelings because life is a roller coaster and it's up and down, but I certainly feel liberated this morning. And I don't know, I feel like the sun is shining on my face right now. And I'm in a giddy mood. Today's my last day here in Solanas, and I've had a really wonderful time here teaching these Italians. I've been sharing something so much and so profound in the dancing workshops that I do, that we have had so many emotions in my classes, and we have I guess because I just feel real, and I'm going in there, and I'm not really having any plan to do like my workshops and my dance workshops, but I teach improvisation, and I teach like kind of theatrical skills, or liberating, just in inspiring them to let go and do what is intuitive, because I believe that if we listen to our intuition, we never ever have to listen to our mind again, if you understand what I mean. I believe our mind moves us from A to B. You know, when we get up in the morning, we have motor skills, we've learned to do these things, and we could just like be on automatic and everything, because, you know, we don't really have to think about moving our arms or legs or any kind of thing. Now, if it comes to dance, I'm not talking about dance because there's technique, but then there is a possibility that, you know, we just move our bodies because it moves without really even giving any. It's like an instant, would you say thought? It's just like, I don't know, like, do I think I do this? I don't know, it just does it, right? It's kind of interesting to think about that. Oh, I am hyper this morning, and as you know, I am. I don't know, I just had like 3 coffees, and my breasts are really like beautiful right now. I used to have this really self-conscious thing about my body, because I used to have this really hot body, apparently whatever is hot, and I used to get a lot of attention from my body, and that used to be my identity. So silly, it's so crazy. And right now I really own my belly, like really own my belly, and I'm really owning my just owning my flesh. Do you know what I mean? Just really feeling liberated and owning my flesh. Oh my God, life is so beautiful when you decide to live how you want to live, and be how you want to be, and everything. I don't know, right now, today, I feel, you know, life is a roller coaster, so you always feel these kind of things. You go up and down with like your I don't know, like your moods kind of thing. Well, at least I do, and if you don't, then I don't know, maybe you're not recognizing that you do that. Or you're medicating yourself to kind of keep an even kind of thing, you know. It's an epidemic. It's an epidemic. A lot of people are really on drugs, like pharmaceutical drugs. So you're gonna tell me that we're all being real with ourselves and we're all being these things? No, we're not. So Right now, at my age, I'm feeling really, I finally what I realized is that, you know, I am just living my life how I want to live, and I'm becoming more liberated, more free, more actually loving, more supportive with myself, more supportive with others, more like letting go. It's all good. I'm in Italy right now, so we could go with the flow. They've changed my schedule today. I was teaching at 3:30, now they changed it to 2 o'clock, and I'm like, when in Rome, girl, when in Rome, you know what I mean? And now I really know what that expression means. I've heard it my whole life, basically, and it means just go with the flow. And so I adopt that and going with the flow, and I'm really learning to let go and improvise my life and just not relate to any kind of circumstance to actually bring me, you know, like if it's any circumstance, you know, like I heard that there may be a strike in the airport, and just like when I heard that, I was like, immediately my mind goes, oh my God, I really want to get home, and I don't want to like be stuck here, all this kind of stuff. It is what it is. And so I believe that the universe is providing me like some mysterious opportunity is going to come in the future, and so I go with the flow. You know what I mean? It's just like an option, and it's my option, it's my prerogative, my way, and I become more free and more loving and more accepting of the moment, of every moment, because I certainly know it's just like my moods, they rise and fall. And so you may not agree with everything in your experience, you may not agree with other people, or which is so silly that we would try to agree on certain things when we think we do. Like we like people who agree with us, and we don't really like people who don't agree with us. But that's also a play. It's like, let go. You know, people are entitled to live how they want to live, you know? So I'm finally realizing that, and trying to get through all the human drama, you know, like I've been talking about so much, because this person right here has suffered so a lot, and realized that I'm just really, really tired of that, exhausted of it. I'm just giving up the struggle, like, and it's just so liberating, and that's what I share with you right now. And I feel like there's just always an opportunity to just reinvent yourself, let go of what people think, you know. That's so liberating, being here sharing with you every single day, not the weekends of course, but sharing and just allowing myself to flow, like I'm just having a conversation and letting myself just speak out and just talk, you know what I mean? Hello? No, you can clean. It's okay, I'm just outside. Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay, but yeah. I move everything and I'm talking. It's all good, thank you. Hold on just 1 second, the maid is here, so have a minute. All good, my friend. Sorry. Yeah, no problem. Perfect. It's okay? Perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you. So just like that, going with the flow. So I'm just sitting outside, and the maid was here, so you know, it's like I didn't expect that at all to come. And anyway, so I'm just feeling very very liberated to actually choose how I want to live my life and have respect. That's fundamentally the thing that I think is the most vital thing is for me, is to not be concerned about other people and how other people live their lives, or their opinions or their preferences. Because when you have your when you want, and we really want at one point in our life, for some point in our life, for people to agree with us, and because we really hold our truth to ourselves, and which constantly changes. I realize that it changes. So I'm not how I was when I was, you know, 15 or 25 or 35 or 45, and I'm almost 55 in 3 years. Like, it always changes. So that makes me think a lot about reality, doesn't you? Like, what is real? And so for each perspective of each, I believe that all of us have our own perspectives of our lives, because the journeys that we walk. Do you know what I mean? So we walk different paths, we have different influences. All these kind of things just make up a person. So it makes me think again like it's not real. So, you know, I just become more and more playful as I get older, and I recognize that people respond to that. Do you know what I mean? And if people, you know, those people who do not respond to that are the people who are actually, you know, like not, I think, not liberated in themselves to be free. Because when someone is fully free, and I mean fully is really like you, I believe, like for myself, it's like fully free. What does that mean? There's a lot to unveil within yourself, and you know, and to let go of these and they're little bitty little things. I can get annoyed by the littlest things. I can be inspired by the littlest things. I can you know, like, I don't know where my annoyance comes from, you know, when my partner does some habits of his that, you know, like clinging the spoon on his teeth when he eats. I don't know, I form some kind of opinion and preference about that. I prefer him not to do that because I get annoyed, but I don't ask him to do that. Actually, I really value it because it's an opportunity for me to practice my acceptance. So I really do that, and I ask that of myself, so, you know, so I can actually just, you know, go with the flow and not have to label anything and not have to be, you know, like any kind of circumstance, you know. But I can definitely say for sure right now that life is really interesting when one lets go every moment that they are aware that they're not letting go, and that life is much more magical and much more interesting and much more rewarding, I guess. And not rewarding as like, as in, you know, you get something. Well, you know, I mean, externally, you know, something materialistic. It's rewarding for your self-authentic development. Do you know what I mean? And I really want to live that. I try to really, you know, live by example. And I come into contact with a lot of people, and, you know, every age group can really affect me because I've trained myself like that, and I take full responsibility because everything that the way I've developed has been my way. So there's no blame or shame or anything on anybody, my parents, my young parents, my religion, my background, my profession, my any of this, because I have adapted myself and manipulated myself in order to feel better in some ways. And so I've hidden myself to make other people feel better, I've realized. And I thought that I would feel, and ironically, I didn't in the long run. You feel safe. It's like putting a blanket over you, you know, when it's cold. You know what I mean? It feels warm, it feels good, it feels like I'm protecting myself, and, you know, and so therefore I will never ever shine my light, my little light. This little light of mine, you know, like that's why we sing when we're kids. But this little light, I can tell you right now, gets put out. And so I'm sharing with you right now, there's always an opportunity, even when you get older, like just to really liberate yourself, to let go. And I really believe that your mind or your thoughts, or however you call it, your brain or your mind, whatever, you know, you call it, is, I don't know, for me, it's an enemy. I don't pay attention to this. I don't listen to my thoughts that tell me that I shouldn't do this or shouldn't do that. Now my energy drops, and when my energy drops, I have certain thoughts that tell me that I should behave and start behaving. You know, that's like some parental kind of thing that I have inside of me that told me to behave and, you know, to fit in so you won't stand out. You know what I mean? But I am here to stand out. You know what I mean? And you may not like it, or especially, like, I don't know, I feel like attached to my profession and my past, my experiences, my colleagues from the past, you know. I've danced with the best company, and I would have to say that I danced with the best company in the world at one point, and I thought I was the hottest shit, let me tell you. Body, I think I was good looking, my ego was like inflated, and, you know, and it's just a different world for me, because I can tell you right now, I just didn't, I don't know, I self-medicated, I drank a lot, I like really partied, and I have no regrets from any of that period. But I just didn't, you know what I mean? Now it's really about my authentic self and my soul. And like, I feel like sometimes that people don't really appreciate that, and people don't, like, people just judge it, you know, like, and people are gonna judge. They're entitled to do that. When they realize that they're judging, they're really judging themselves at the end of the day. So that is absolutely something I really recognize, and I can tell you that once you get through that, not everyone's gonna like you. That was the first thing that I realized, and I was like, you know, when I started to teach and I started to like give things, you know, not everybody's gonna like that, and that's just so beautiful because I really respect that. And it's nothing personal because I don't really care if they like it or not, but that's an advancement. That's really an advancement within myself to not really give any fucks about any of that. And my video yesterday was about giving a fuck. Oh my God. Oh. So I'm just being creative right now and just laying here with you and just telling you this. My eyes are closed because they're so sensitive to the sun. That's like a metaphor. Sometimes I'm so shiny that people can't even look at it. But it comes from love and authentic love. And I like to shine my light. And if that's seen as being needy or look at me, look how great I am, look at all of this, it's like, that's okay. I love that because I am. And that's me, and it's always been me. So I'm gonna take that back, and I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna be liberated by the fact that I can feel free enough to continue to shine my light. And at 52, I'm living my life how I want to live it. I've always realized that I've always lived my life how I wanted to live it. Things have gotten, there have been filters for sure, and there has been a veil. So I'm the full thing. Do you know what I mean? So I'm everything. So there's no judgments or label, and I don't feel like I have to follow any kind of rule. I choose everything. I choose how I want to be, and I'm okay with that. And I get okay with that, even if it says my mind is so conditioned, and it's like a computer, and it's really strong, and it really hijacks you and makes you believe that you're something other than you're not, and that you should behave and just sit in the corner. And I'm out of that corner, and I feel so good about that. So that's just what I want to say today. And own yourself. I'm here owning myself so you can own yourself, and just be good, and just go with the flow, and not judge, and don't listen to the head. Get out of your thoughts, positive or negative, I can say, because they lead to nothing, because you are no thing. There is a lot of information out there about that. You are no thing, and you have built up this ego to protect you and to project out into the world that you're some kind of perfect thing. We're not perfect. There's no such thing as perfection. We have all emotions, and all emotions are natural and normal, and you don't need to medicate them, you know. This is firmly what I believe, and I will definitely have some repression, some resistance to my things, because no one lives my journey. You live your journey, and I live my journey. But I think that we're different, but we're equal, and we're the same, all of us. Every color, every creed, every nationality, every human being. Challenges are to be had. Welcome the challenges, especially the ones in your head. And be yourself. Just be yourself. I love you so much. Thank you for watching. It's a long video, so it probably won't upload until maybe Sunday. But wherever you are, whoever you are, I love you so much. I love you. You may not love me, but I'm good with that. I don't give a fuck if you don't, but I love, because love isn't conditional. Love is love, period. So you love it all. It's so much easier when you don't judge it. Thank you and so much, and have a beautiful day, and I will see you when I see you next time. Okay, look, my bird flies. Oh, maybe I'll show you right before we go, since it's right. I'll show you my back tattoo. Can you see this? don't know. Feeling good with my belly too. So this is it. This is Bob. This is Bob. Yes. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Bye.